they're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Baltimore. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Athleticism on display there by Derek Barnett to come up and get him. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
On the top, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Eagles have taken the early lead. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0.
Good. Makes the score Eagles 7, Ravens nothing.
Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought
every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nikel Roby-Coleman. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up.
Back at the 41-yard line.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Dancing to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to it.
4 yards that time, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the...
You have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Ravens.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
To Miles Boykin. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the Eagles.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 24.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returning it is Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognizes it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. They're
already at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And they'll try the jet sweep here. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
9-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there is hit. These guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their last two drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
At the 27-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Complete to Martin.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards, good enough for a first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and a short gain down to about the 33.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction. Downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. The gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Jackson sliding out of the pocket, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Justin Tucker.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He was looking for Watkins that time, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Here's a quick throw right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Eagles 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
On first down, Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
41 to Mike. 41 to Mike. Check 41.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the Ravens' 26-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
And 3 yards to go.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board for half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And how about that for just running out the clock? And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
A gain of 8.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down.
50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And now you saw exactly why the rookie out of TCU, Jalen Rager, was selected in the first round by the Philadelphia Eagles. Great quickness, terrific speed, adds a deep threat to the lineup. And remember, Carson Wentz threw for over 4,000 yards last year and didn't have a single wide receiver who had catches over 500 yards. A terrific addition by the Eagles in the first round, albeit a bit of a surprise. I think they're going to like what they get out of this young man from Fort Worth.
Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This is out quickly to the right. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Wentz to his rookie wideout Rager for an Eagle first down. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 4. Wentz going to throw. Open right side, complete to Rager. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This is caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Going for it with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles get a score closer.
For the point after.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Ravens 38, Eagles 17. Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And the Ravens.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Jackson on 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jannard Avery, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
2nd down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Yeah, that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Davion Taylor in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Second down.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run. It's Dobbins. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of 4. And it's
the Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
The ball carrier.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Switch. Kill. Lefty. Kill. Turn up.
Now Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The kick by Elliott is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of
one of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On first down, Sanders. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts.
Baltimore.
As the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Intercepted.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happening?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
A gain of a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. With Charles, and really the difference obviously was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Eagles, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. Your friend smart, but my bud's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment. Energy up my body burning, and my stomach keep up turning. I can't control it, all my life's burning, I can't hold it. You gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, for real. Lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm tryna find. She say I got sex appeal. I think it's cause I work that gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's free. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win.
I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out. Panic cameras to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count a 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. 'Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out. Kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zones, go. Stop the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zones, go. Stop the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. With a stiff on, spin move, in zones, go. Stop the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zones, go. Stop the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe on with the game now.
All right, gentlemen, we made way too many mistakes this week, okay? The coaching staff has gone in. We've simplified the game plan. Let's go out here and execute. Hey, we gotta execute to win.
I've been grinding since a young and they told me my time was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the pain, get the money. I'm out of LA where it's sunny. I've been doing since a young since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother.
Ready?
I just scored a whole play. I just dropped a bag on the tag, make her throw a flag. Let cameras come through station. Cop the tie, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Ain't no fucking sideline, flag on the play. Like Julio, with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch the shake and bake. I just took off with that rock. Tyreek Hill, I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just gotta say, like I run up in the backfield. I just gotta say, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worried about the formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. no hay excusa. En la Versace compramos toda la medusa. Me hice rico, me di con la parte de la usa. En la calle a mí me piden por ser quien conmigo abusa. Y no protegen, que ustedes todos saben mi nivel. Desde que tengo millones no hablo de yenes.
Listen up, fellas. I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much stress on me, I wish I had till next. I got homies that can sleep without you. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like anyone popping in. Come pop up for me cause I'm rich and popping in. Yeah, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
I'm highly favored. Don't want to play me. No conversation. Ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them buckets. Hear the footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dog, stay by my side. Then we gon' ride. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dog, stay by my side. Then we gon' ride till we die.
Here we go. 6 yards.
Grew up having nothing, your label is written. But one day hard to the label that made you. Ridiculous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me was a therapy. Show you the hustle, pockets, LID. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see.
Listen up, fellas. I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
Where my son at?
Not the ones that put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that list, make sure you tell them in. And then,
Ready. Set. Down. Set. Ready. Now the group. Ready, go. Set. Hut. Hey, Lobo. Ready, ready. Let's go. 70 ending.
Listen up, fellas. I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
Ready, ready. Set.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man.
Right.
Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot,
Take off.
lay back, flying like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out here like I ain't
big fella, swing over here. Let's talk. We've been talking about you getting better every week. You know what? Today you got better. Let's keep it up.
on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe, designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe, designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now we all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't looking for the feet. 40 autos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we young. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to the heat. Loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming. Against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go.
You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a youngin', they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go.
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks.
Finish it on! Get on! Ready! Sit up! Sit on! Forward. Sit on!
This is your last opportunity. Let's go for gold.
Hey, man, listen. Great job today. It was a step in the right direction for you and this team. And as long as you keep moving in the right direction, we're going to be just fine.
Forward. Press it on! Forward. Sit up!
I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right.
You have got one more opportunity. Let's go for gold.
All right, man, let's go. Bring it in tight. All right, let me tell you something. Championship teams have one thing in common: great practice habits. Today was a great practice, and if we do that every day, there's no reason we can't win it.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, we got a brand new visor, yeah. You're very smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. Now I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what we have. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. And my stomach keep up talking, stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it, you gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm trying to find out. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's cause I word a fat gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none. I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. Like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border. Hold up, you know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
Yo, who told us we ain't gonna win, man? Really? He's a bozo. Bozo. Really? Yeah, we did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with it, so what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. They mama proud, got a thou in the balcony.
the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cat. So many couches I cried. Shout out Zazo, Tree Tree, and shout classic. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem up. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Don't tell me.
Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag, we're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that C. That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Lion, tigers, meteors inside my mind. Kamikaze, spaceship power, baby. Sold me toward the
kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, go. The sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, go. The sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.
With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, go. The sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off.
All right, gentlemen, we've made way too many mistakes this week, okay? Football's a simple game, but you keep making these silly mistakes, we're not gonna win. So let's get out there and let's have a good practice, huh?
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Take 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
This is it. We are going for gold.
Men, you're gonna like what you see in the film room this afternoon because today was a great practice. The coaching staff,
this is second nature. All is automatic. stick, animal instinct, you fools hurt. Jesus will.
Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess, you ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and my self-talk too. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Yo, who told us we ain't gonna win, man? Really? He's a bozo. Bozo. Really? Yeah, we did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with us or what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again, yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again, yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power. Hey, look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line. Leverage, held their spot.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a game.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Well, didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson.
Duke Johnson.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Justin Ellis.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
A gain of 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing, right? And everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Duke Johnson, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Earl Thomas. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Second and 9 now from the 21. Out of the gun, Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the...
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
1st and 10. Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
2nd down and 8. From the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Watson looks to throw again. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running from the gun, Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, Johnson. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now
shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. They were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A gain of a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 1,000-yard rusher season ago. It's Mark Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They go play action with Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And he's got room. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. 1:52 to play until halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
1st and 10.
You use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, it's Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. The Texans with a 1st opportunity now from the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the 1st battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try to run it in. Johnson, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Defensively.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Down to the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. That one caught out wide by Boykin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And it's
the goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And taken at the 46. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss.
Defensively, 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Touchdown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Texans 13, Ravens 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jackson being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Shrugs him off. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken at about the 36. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And a Raven first down.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's 3rd and 7.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct it.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Complete to Marquise.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Jackson. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
They're right there at the one. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Ravens 14, Texans 13. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down now, it's Johnson, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Second and 11 now. Operating from the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
At the 47-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. This a 6-point game.
Good. Makes the score Texans 20, Ravens 14.
Now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, that little John helps, able to pick up the first, get out of bounds as well.
And he has to play a little bit of risk-reward here at this time because they need these 1st downs. But you know the risk is if they catch him inbounds and tackle him, the clock continues to run and grinds things for him. So he's able to get it done, get out of bounds, and conserve a little bit of time as they try and get the ball downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
At the 41-yard line.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Play action. It's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's another big shot dodge there defensively. Now just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pass intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Texans, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown. I just dropped the bag on the tag. Ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass. Come through station. Call me Tiger. Then I ran it. Get money. You ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline. A flag on the play. With them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong. Watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek. I just count 100 racks. That's a whole field. He don't want no championship. Get him out of here. I just gotta say, like I ran up in the backfield. I just gotta say, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worried about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a lineback. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored